Good morning, everybody. We are live for Saturday, January 13th, college basketball release show here on the RAS Picks YouTube channel. Great to have everybody back for another Saturday college basketball release show. If it is your first time joining, we will go through and set up a couple of games. We'll hopefully have a couple of releases to get you set for a busy, and I mean busy. Busy, I always say it because it's fun to say and it gets everybody kind of in the mood, but we've got 133 line games on the college basketball board. We've got NFL playoffs. We've got golf in Hawaii. We've got, everything's going on. It's a fantastic Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it. So before we get into the plays, just want to remind everybody that there will be a starter service release at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And look, results for the season, they've been bad. There's no hiding from it. There's no running away from it. The comments wanted it to be addressed. We address it. We're not running from it. We acknowledge that it is a 20-year historic bad run. There's no getting away from that. Team continues to work. Everybody's putting in the hours, and hopefully it will turn into the results that everybody has been accustomed for the last 2 decades. There's no question it's been a bad stretch, but lots of college basketball games coming up in January, February, and March that hopefully get everybody turned around and on the right track. So if you are interested, starter service 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, get over to raspicks.com/order. You can sign up and subscribe. There's different options, 1, 10, 20 plays, all available over on the site. There's also the Flagship, which has been dropped down in price for the remainder of the college basketball season at raspicks.com/order with releases twice every single morning going through the month of January. All right, with that said, let's get to what we always do here on the Saturday release shows. We'll pull up the odds screen, and how this is going to work is the same as always. You're going to have a game set up from the main board today, so nobody has to worry about the extras. You can get to the odds screen you have, or your sports books, the app, the desktop, however you may be managing it. We'll tell you where to go and set up. We'll give everybody about 20 to 30 seconds, and we will say go or cancel. If you hear go, that's your cue to bet it immediately. If you hear cancel, that is your cue to remove it from your bet slip. We do the cancels to keep everybody honest. If it was up to me, we'd throw in an all-cancel show. Last week, we saw people jumping the gun early. This week, hopefully the cancels will keep everybody at bay and keep everything fair for everybody in the channel. Here we go, starting with the first setup of this big Saturday card. We'll clear the board and get rid of some of the colors. Here we go. From the main board, no extra boards to worry about, no first halves to worry about in this show either. Setting up, game number 771, St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142. This is at 5 p.m. Pacific time. For those of you who say I never get the time is listed 5 p.m. Pacific time. Lots of scrolling for everybody in this one. 771, St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142.5. Give everybody a couple more seconds to find and set up. St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142.5 at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Game number 771, St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142.5 is a go. We are starting with a go on St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142.5. If you've got it in your bet slip, click submit immediately, as this number is going to begin to move. As we see it across the board, 771, St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142.5. As we see Chris now to 143.5. We're seeing 145 at Pinnacle. 144 is starting to hit the screen as well as everything begins to light up across the board. And we see lots of 142s coming into the chat already. Thomas, Brian, Aaron, Patrick, all were able to get it. Another Brian as well. Lots of Brians in the chat today. 142 at PPH. Same thing for Rich Zito. Back for another show. Lots of 142.5s. Steve Finley, 142.5. Same thing with Cole over at Bet Online. Michael and others, 142. Looks like the consensus price, half a point better than the release price given out on St. Thomas, Oral Roberts on the over. 5 p.m. tip-off time here in the Pacific time zone coincides very well with the Kansas City-Miami game that people will have now split watching to deal with as you're sweating out both of the bets between St. Thomas and Oral Thomas, the blockbuster Saturday night college basketball game in the AFC wildcard playoff game. One and done here for us on a busy Saturday. Just the single wager, St. Thomas, Oral Roberts over 142.5. If you've come here and you haven't hit the like button, that is down below. The subscribe button is down there too, if you've yet to subscribe to the channel, as we're nearly at 8,000 subs here on the channel. We'll have an NFL live stream coming up before kickoff of Houston-Cleveland to bring everybody up to date with updated thoughts on the NFL. The live stream preview is also available here on the channel back on Wednesday if you want to watch and catch up on some of the thoughts. So keep an eye for that coming out in a little bit. If you are subscribed, you'll get the notification sent to your phone right as that goes out. There'll also be the write-up posted a little bit later today. So in terms of the late NFL comments, B-Air, those will be on the live stream coming up. We'll do that at 11 a.m. Pacific time, just over 2 hours from now. So appreciate everybody for stopping by. Have a fantastic Saturday, everybody. Enjoy the college basketball. We'll chat to you later for more NFL thoughts. And, of course, enjoy the NFL playoffs if you're getting to the games later today.